And we are live.
Hi everyone, Bethany here.
Bethany doesn't like my clap.
This is Sparky. Thank you for joining us on Ask a Puppy Trainer Show, episode number... You're not organized. 71.
You said Sparky, but this is Bethany.
Yes. And this is Ginger. She is a feisty retriever puppy who is brand new, knows nothing, and is very mad that she's not on the floor playing with the other dog that's here. So we'll see what we get.
Bethany had to put on her bite glove.
Yes, I've got my bite glove. I'm fully prepared for this puppy. Fully prepared now.
Behavioral modification.
I sprained my wrist and it was not Ginger.
You have sharp little nails,
It was
girl.
not Ginger. I know. I just want to sit here and be like, clip, 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 clip.
You might be able to.
I know.
Oh, we have the Dremel.
You're so cute.
All right, guys. We only have 4 questions, so if you have any questions, please throw them into the chat, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you guys got. We are here for them.
Oh, and she still has puppy breath.
And puppy teeth.
And puppy teeth.
Okay, from Anna Vidars. My 7-month-old puppy gets aggressive in the evening just before sleep. Bites, climbs on top of us. What to do? Well, guys, you got a puppy. That's pretty normal. 7 months old. 7 months old though is becoming an adolescent puppy.
Totally different than this little biting monster.
But it sounds like you probably had this and maybe it didn't get addressed at that early age, so now the dog has gotten bigger and older. So I'm going to say this. Yes, it's still normal in a younger puppy, and it's a little bit pushing it when you get a dog that's older like this.
But it doesn't mean in a younger puppy you let it go. You kind of saw what I did just there. I was like, I love this puppy breath. And then it was like, ow, ow, ow. And so it's very much, I don't remember exactly what I did. You guys just saw it because it's so instinctual.
Hit the replay.
But I think I just grabbed more firmly, straightened my spine, and I was like, no, like just mean it. Make your no's be clear and your yeses be clearer.
But also, you're not going to do what Bethany's doing. We bring puppies in for the cutesy aspect and to draw more attention in. You're not going to be holding your puppy like this if they're biting you. If you're getting all kinds of craziness, if you're holding your puppy and they bite, you don't set them down because it rewards the biting.
Settle them down.
That's when you do the kind of like the little shake just to help settle them down. And then when they settle down, then you can put them down. But also, if I have a dog biting and climbing on top of us, I'm going to get my leash. I'm going to set stricter boundaries. And I'm just not going to give it. You even had the leash too? Look at her. You're just going to set stricter boundaries. I'll do more training time, less playtime, because playtime can promote some of the craziness of jumping and biting on us. And I'll just try to have more control over my puppy so they don't default to biting. They default to earning their attention, earning their affection.
Okay, so we're being kind of philosophical other than put the leash on the dog. So let's give you some more things to specifically apply at home. The first thing I want you to do is for the next 2 weeks, I want you to feed at least 1 meal, preferably both meals, to your dog from your hand. I don't care if you raw feed. Go get a glove and you're going to split that raw food into at least 7 to 10 different segments, and you are just going to say your puppy's name and come, and you're going to move backwards and you're going to hand feed. Take your wrist. This is a tip that I learned recently by critiquing an owner that was really struggling with this. Don't reach out to your puppy. It's very needy. They don't like it. So take your wrist and you go a few steps backwards, at least a couple. Even if you have a small space, you can do this. And take your wrist and it goes down on your knee and it has the food in it right here. So you're drawing your puppy into you. That's the whole point of this. And you say, good, give the food, stand up, walk a few steps. By now, if your puppy's food motivated, they're gonna be stuck to you like glue. That's fine. What you're doing is you are imprinting moving backwards to engage your dog. So even if they are right here, right next to me, perfectly paying attention, fur everywhere, perfectly paying attention, you just take a few steps backwards and then rock back, hand, wrist on top of knee, and it really creates that muscle memory. So when you go outside and you don't matter anymore to your puppy, you can do that rock back to help get their attention when you're at a far enough distance from distractions. So anyway, it's about building, we call that the relationship game. It's the recall game. Now, if your puppy is really good at that, your 7-month-old dog, and loves kibble, kibble's easier to do this with, or you could get some jerky food. We like Ziwi.
Ziwi's good.
Ziwi's good, and real meat is good. Just get the dog food, and it's like a treat, but it's healthier. It's a jerky. Break it up into small pieces, and if your dog is food motivated enough, put it, the morning is good for this exercise, put a handful on the ground, then get distance. You could even start to do a different room. That's ideal. You work up to being in a completely different room, and you call your dog to you. Sit, good, and then a few pieces on the ground. While they're eating it all up, you go to another room, and when they're done eating that, you recall them again. Anyway, now those are the two main things, like that, those two steps to the relationship game to start to get your puppy to see you differently. Because when your puppy is at the bewitching hour and they're acting like your adolescent dog, excuse me, I do not want to call a 7-month-old a puppy. Your adolescent dog is acting like a maniac. What leverage do you have? What foundational work have you put in that you can draw from? Because I'll be honest, most clients, unless you have a trainer and they have given you specific instructions, most of our normal puppy owners, they do sit maybe 3 times, sit for bowl, maybe sit for a toy once or twice. They don't build come and sit for 10 to 15 minutes over and over and over again. We're
talking 50 to 60 repetitions with a handful of food.
Yeah. And so anyway, that's what you really need to be doing, is building that repetition, building that muscle memory. Not that your dog, your 7-month-old adolescent dog, is magically going to listen to you, but it's going to give you your foundation to fall back on, because you want to be like, no, don't do this, which for you would be picking up the leash, hey, knock it off. And have them pause, like, what? Whoa, what? You took control. That's new. What do you want me to do instead? And then be like, do this instead. Come, sit, place. Here's a bone for the rest of the night. Here's a chew toy. Or I'll play a little bit of fetch with you after I've got your attention and you calm down. Or let's do some crate patterning right at the end of the night to calm you down, because it is a legit bewitching hour. You've got to channel that. You've got to have your no, and then you have to have something to channel it to. It's the same with kids. Like, don't do this, do this, right? And so anyway, hopefully that gives you a starting point to jump off on.
I like the fact that, so building up relationship, it gives you a baseline for your puppy to follow you, and I'm probably just repeating it, but I'm thinking of it a different
You are,
way.
you're just, yeah.
It's giving a baseline for your puppy to follow, and I would do it, she said, especially when you have a younger puppy, because you're trying to create that baseline so they have it for later on. But again, 7-month-old puppy is an adolescent dog. That's like, if you have kids, you now have a 15, 16, 17-year-old whose job in life is to not listen to you until you create enough leverage with them that they feel they need to. I'm also going to address that. I'm not just going to use food work. I'm going to step in, give a firm no, bump them back.
Grab a leash.
Off, by the way, it's a young puppy. We're going to do it to them. Not like that, at least in the beginning.
Oh, we're talking about adolescent dogs.
Yes. Grab leash, up, hey, back up. And my hey could be a no. I just do it, hey, like something like that. And it gets the dog to back off. And you have this golden moment, this 1-second window where they're like, and it looks like fear. It's not fear, it's surprise, because you haven't done it yet. You haven't surprised them before. And when they give you that look, dog come, everything she said, everything she spent 5 minutes explaining, I won't re-explain it because she'll yell at me later for doing it, but you'll do all of that over again after getting that second of leverage. But leash is everything, guys. If you have a puppy running rampant in your house, you need a leash on them. And if I just want to stop the running, stop the craziness, most of the time the biting and the climbing on top of us doesn't start with that. It starts with zoomies at that witching hour. Just step on your leash.
Or you're sitting on the couch and expecting your 7-month-old to be calm on the floor, and that's not going to happen unless you've trained them to do that. Sure. Now, I need to kind of address this. That's been happening since the whole time Sparky started talking. So I'm going to add in my own question. What do I do with puppy biting? Puppy biting. Baby puppy. This is a baby puppy. So teething, yeah. So this is very different. Well, okay, it's starting to get a little more intense. Ow. But it started as gnawing and kneading. Okay, so yeah, now we're getting to targeting. Not the microphone. Okay, so the reason I was letting him do that is because it didn't hurt while Sparky was talking. Hurt earlier. It didn't hurt then. Because he's just gnawing at me, which is very genetic. It's very much what they need to do, but they can learn not to do it on me. So what's the difference between, like, how do I handle that stop touching my microphone. How do I handle that puppy biting versus other puppy biting? The gnawing at me, I don't make a big, huge fuss about it. I'll be honest. It would be, I'm sure she'll do it again if I just put my hand here. It'll just be like, hey, settle down. Good puppy.
That's the puppy biting? The light puppy biting?
Yeah, the light kneading. Like they're light mouthing, they're kneading at me. You can tell that it feels good, like just the way she was doing it. It just feels good.
I might also grab a toy and just hold it in her hand.
So that's the thing. That's what I was about to get to, is that I might do like a light, hey, calm down, little man, I'm not a chew toy. Or girl, calm down, little girl, I'm not a chew toy. Then grab a toy. This is not a toy. But then grab a toy and be like, here you go. Oh, she thinks
she
it's
says,
a toy.
I'll rock it.
Could be a toy. And give that to my puppy and put them in their playpen or their crate, because they apparently need some stimulation. They need to do something. So if I just continue to hold a puppy gnawing on me, then they're going to continue to use me as a chew toy. Maybe I can hold the toy, but then I think they'll just go to my hand. So it's your puppy's telling you that they're bored of sitting in your lap. She just did a yawn. She's like, I am so bored, people. Like, what is happening? And so you give them that thing to chew on and you put them away. And that's what I would do with that kind of puppy biting. The nipping, like to really targeting stuff, we're just more firm. And honestly, she is so young and so green, I'm not going to demonstrate it on her. We have on many puppies in the past, but it's just a much more firm. I might do like a hey.
So she does the means then.
And yeah, exactly.
And then
a little bit of leash pressure and a bit of a firmer tone, not emotional, but no. And I'll freeze for just a second. And then it's the same thing. Your puppy is biting you because they're overstimulated. Did you know, he has said this for years and I love using it. Touching is stimulation to your dog. So your puppy could be overstimulated just by you physically touching your dog. It's obviously not creating calm. So you're either moving your hands too quickly or you're touching the face, which makes them want to bite, instead of slow massage. But even if I'm doing slow massage and I'm doing proper biting or proper pets, my puppy still may chew on me. And that means you just need to do something else with them. Have them freeze, settle down for like just a second, and then put them on the ground and give them something to do or work with them. Okay, I'm done. We can go down to the next question. I do think this little girl has been wonderful. I think it's time for her to go. She's got sharp toenails.
She has sharp everything.
Watch out. She's
sharp
so cute. Yes, oh my goodness.
You go over there. No. It's already in your face. You get the long one. If I give this away, I never get it back. You don't get it today.
It's true. Hold something. I'm
going to hold it tight. All right, from Laura Hen. My puppy runs away when we need to carry him down the stairs. How can we work on this? Well,
he should be walking down the stairs, probably.
Yeah, why are we carrying him downstairs? But also, is that an issue that supersedes even just the stairs? Can we call our dog from other points in the house when they come? Mm-hmm. Probably not. Not if he's not coming to you to go down the stairs. So what I'd do is I'd work on...
There's probably something more to it there,
yeah,
I would say.
I'd work on my recall, though. I'd work on what she mentioned in the last question for the people who just joined.
Please
the relationship building exercise. I won't break it down.
Please look at the first question on here to learn the relationship exercise, because that's the first thing.
All the same things.
Because that's the first thing we suggest. And something that we say all the time is do not just work on your obedience when things are hard.
When you need it.
You have to do it when it's easy. So when it's hard, they have more of a foundation to pull from. Also, dogs, literally how they learn is creating associations with energy and the world around them. And so something about the stairs has tripped them up. And I don't know what it is, but you can't just work on recall with the stairs. The
minute they know you need them to go down the stairs, something in their brain triggers, something in your body language triggers, and they say they want something. Let's do the opposite.
So what would you do? We don't have age and breed, guys. Please
no age and breed. I'm going to assume young puppy just because Puppy Academy. We're going to
assume 5 months and younger.
Mm-hmm. I would put a leash on that dog. I would practice my recall on the top of the stairs, on the bottom of the stairs, and eventually up and down the stairs. Also practice it in other environments, like what we mentioned in the first question. I'm going to build up the understanding of name recognition, hearing their name, and then eventually coming when called. I'm also going to always have food with me when I'm going up and down those stairs, so I always have leverage that I can use. That's my big thing. Have leverage, and your puppy will eventually start following you instinctually. What do you want to add about not carrying the puppy? I know you wanted to.
So the puppy can probably go up the stairs. That's probably not an issue. Down can be really scary.
Yeah,
so let's say that the puppy legitimately, if it's too small. Let's say that the puppy is legitimately too small right now to do the stairs on their own. Don't think that your puppy is too small. Like, actually try it and make sure, because truly a lot of times it's an emotional thing and you just, oh, they can't do it yet, but no, they totally could if they wanted to.
I also find that when dogs go downstairs, even if they're small, they do better going at a diagonal angle rather than going down. Front two paws going down is harder, but if you apply a little bit of leash pressure back into the side and guide with food, we're not pulling them down the stairs. We're almost trying to give them a little bit of leverage, a little bit of a almost like a push to guide them in the direction that you want them to go.
I totally agree, but that's only if your dog already understands leash pressure. Have you already taught your puppy leash pressure? Which we can do that as early as 12 weeks old.
Pressure on for food, pressure off when they follow.
So don't do that yet unless you've already taught your puppy what leash pressure means. Okay, so let's say that your puppy legitimately is too small. You need to get rid of the trigger. Just like if I put my shoes on and my dogs think I'm leaving, going for a walk, and they're excited, or they're upset because I pick up my purse and they know I'm leaving for the day. These are all triggers to something they know is about to happen, whether it's excitement or nervousness. You need to find what that trigger is and get around it. So that might be, you know, you're about to go down the stairs, so 15 minutes beforehand, that puppy is already on leash and you've got your treat pouch on and you're walking around upstairs, getting ready, whatever it is, with all that happening. And you're just sit randomly and giving a piece of food and walking around. It takes 3 minutes, do 3 or 4 recalls at the top of the stairs. Just puppy come down the hallway, puppy come down the hallway, puppy come, 3 minutes. You can get in 5 repetitions. And then have your puppy sit at the top of the stairs and pause. This is so important. If your puppy's 12 weeks old, 10 weeks old, they can do this. Sit, food lore if you need to for young pups. Sit, good, pause. Then you pick up and then you walk down the stairs. But the stairs need to be oh my God, this is ridiculous. The stairs need to be non-emotional. And what I mean by that is you're not like, oh, let's go down the stairs. Are you ready for breakfast? Oh yeah. No.
It's like a purse, bag.
No, yes, none of that. It's all very matter of fact. It's your bag. You're going into Costco. Let's go. And you're down the stairs. Good. Puppy sit. And good, give a piece of food. Intent, they need intent.
I'm thinking of Costco now. That's good. I like that. Good store to pick.
So anyway, that's what I would do if you have to carry your puppy down the stairs until they are big enough to work on what he mentioned. And then honestly, at the end of the day, if my dog is big enough and they're just scared, even if I teach them leash pressure might make them more resistant. I might just leave them up there and leave their food bowl at the halfway mark and walk away. And eventually, peek around the corner and they'll come down.
I also have another question, and obviously, I don't know if you're here to answer it, but maybe you'll throw a response in for next week. Is your crate downstairs? And is that where you're picking your puppy up to take them down to? If that's the case, we hear a lot of this. I'm going to eliminate the stairs from the next part of this question because it might actually help other people. People that try to recall their dog to crate and the dog runs the opposite way, they know they're going to crate. So eliminate them going in the crate with that door shutting. Pick your puppy up, do everything she said, pick your puppy up, go down the stairs or walk to your crate, whoever's listening, put them in the crate and release them. They're on leash still though. Release them after they come out, good treat, pick them up, put them back in. Food, if they take it, they probably won't though if they're nervous in the crate, release them to come out. So you're starting to help them understand that crate and the stairs doesn't only lead to confinement, restriction. It leads to...
You go in, you come out. You go in, you come out.
Back and forth.
You're
so
desensitizing. You're desensitizing. And then eventually you can put them on the ground, use the treat, and point, and they'll run and crate and get the treat because you've done like a middle ground to relieve some of that pressure, which is honestly the sit, pause, pick up, put in crate, and then release over and over.
And if I have a nervous dog, I would say try. Oh, you took it. Oh, you got it. I don't think I'm getting that back today. If I also have a nervous dog, I'm going to try just setting him on the middle stair.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Walking up or down and seeing what they do.
I forgot about that one.
If they're nervous to go down, put them on the middle stair and walk up first. Build up the confidence to go up and down.
Yeah.
And then put them on the middle stair and walk down.
The middle stair might even be too much. You might need to do it on the last stair.
Yeah,
so
fair.
all they'd have to do is hop down one stair to get to you. Then pick them up, put them back on. Pick them up, put them back on. And then it's 2 stairs. And then 3. And you spend 5-10 minutes working on that with my imaginative watch.
Imaginationable. Another dog that I had is a dog that's afraid of tile. Slips on the floor.
Yeah.
So what I did is with the clients, I had them trim the hair on the paw so they actually got some traction, some grip.
That's a big one.
The dog would only jump over the stairs to land on the carpet. We eliminated the carpet, picked up this 135-pound dog, put them on the tile, and then walked away. And about 3 minutes later, we saw the dog army crawling to get off the tile and down the stairs. So we did it again. We did it probably 10-15 times over 40 minutes.
And honestly, it takes 10-15 times of honestly watching your dog. This is like 7 months and older, adolescent dog or older, be a little stressed before they'll take food. So you do it 10-15 times, stressed out dog, and then like he said, eventually walked and didn't like army crawl, and then you add food 10-15 times, right?
I would even add food as they're walking, so they can pick it up as they go.
I'm assuming that the dog is so nervous when they're army crawling, they're not going to take food.
No, by the 15th one they do.
Yeah, so by the 10-15 time, that's what I said.
Why are you questioning me?
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna move on. Hello, Gemini Star. Hello, our 10-month-old Goldendoodle Archie is biting himself. Aw, this is a tough one. Chewed off a chunk of hair from his front paw. Is it anxiety? He's the only pet we have. He's out for walks, evenings. Does he need more active work? It's still too hot for too many activities outside. Tug during lunchtime. What is causing this behavior? Any suggestions?
So this
is really hard. If you live to where we live in the West, then there are serious allergy issues this time of year.
Environmental and food.
But here's environmental and food. Just dry. My German Shepherd always gets hot spots this time of year. We had a Golden Retriever, hot spot that came for boarding, hot spot. Okay, so I would say you need to prevent it. So you need to get a cone on your dog right away whenever they're not being supervised. When they're being supervised, a dog at age 10-month-old, when they're being supervised and they're out with you, you need that dog on a leash. And every time they go to munch on their paw, I don't care if they're genuinely itchy or not, it's a horrible habit. I'm going to get into that. But every time they go to itch on their paw, scratch their paw, and then start pulling fur, you're going to do a combination of a few things. I'd like you to do 4 pressure. Like you slowly increase leash pressure, and then when he's like, what the heck are you doing? He looks up, release it.
Fast or slow?
Slow. So slow increase of pressure, fast release, technically. Good thing. You're going to do that 4 times. So he goes, choose again, pressure, release. Choose again, pressure, over and over and over again. Goes to choose his butt, I don't care. Pressure, release, 4 times. Then on the 5th time, you're going to do a swift surprise. It has to be a surprise. You're not going to say no or anything. A surprise, the leash is loose, pop and release. And the dog's going to be like, what? And you're going to be like, I don't know what has happened. And then you're going to go back to your pressure again. So it's 4 guidance, 1 surprise pop. And I'm not kidding. Like, that's how it is. There are other ways to do it. There's a bunch of other ways to do it we're not going to get into on here because it's not necessarily relevant for puppy stuff. But you have to interrupt that behavior. And then when you're not supervising, cone. If that sounds ridiculous to you, if what I just said sounds really foreign to you, like you've never done anything like that, you have no idea what I'm talking about, your dog is coned until you go to the vet, till you get some new stock Nustock on Amazon and try that. That might soothe the itchiness. It's really disgusting and smells like Band-Aids, but that's because it dries out the skin. It's really cheap, really cool, old school thing we used to use on the farm. I still use. You have anything else for the actual issue? You can go to the vet, of course, for itchy stuff.
For allergies?
Salmon oil for food.
Salmon oil for food.
Oatmeal baths. Antifungal. You can get those over the counter or through your vet. Medication bath that you like leave it on them for 10 minutes. Do you have anything else?
Don't look at me. Are you done? Are you done?
I don't know.
Are we good?
This is a huge issue. Do you have anything?
Okay. One, and I don't know why vets are not more on top of this, and a lot of my clients will tell me all the time that their vet said it can't be this, but food allergies. Honestly, I got probably 30-40% of the dogs that come here, and they'll ask about why their dog is getting sick, diarrhea, whatever it is, and I'll say, oh, it's probably your food. They go, no, our vet swears that it can't be the food, that they don't develop food allergies until they're like 8 to 12 months old. And I have to disagree with that. I mean, I know vets go to school, they're the professionals and all, but I have worked with so many dogs over almost 13 years of doing this that I can actually say that a large percentage of our dogs are affected by food. One, get off of chicken. That's gonna be my first recommendation. But don't switch brands. A lot of people switch brands. Just go switch your protein. Go from your chicken.
Gradually.
Well, no. Actually, if you're selling the same brand,
diarrhea.
You don't have to.
Oh, you think so?
That's what a lot of people say. Yeah, a lot of dog nutritionists will say, as long as you keep
I just didn't want them to have diarrhea.
Hopefully this won't do it. If you do get it, I'll tell you what to do for that as well. So when you're switching foods, let's say we're on natural balance. It's a very common food. It's also a limited ingredient diet, LID. That's a great thing to look for because it doesn't have all the extra things that create sugar.
Yeah.
Because sugar gets metabolized and could lead to allergies and stuff. Our dog has horrible allergies.
Yeah.
And what I would do is I'd go from the chicken to the sweet potato and fish. That's a really great one. It's an orange bag. It's an awesome food. And if you do have allergies or you do have a diarrhea issue from that, then do a 10-day switchover. Day 1 through 3 is going to be 75% old food, 25% new. 4 through 6 is 50-50, 7 through 10, 75% new, 25% old.
All about the numbers.
Day 11 plus is going to be 100% new food, and that would be if you're switching protein and your dog has a reaction.
Especially if you're switching brands.
Yeah, well, if you're switching brands, you have to do that.
Yeah, it's like 10 to 2 weeks.
But most vets will say that you actually, or most vets and dog nutritionists will say you want to switch your protein every other bag of food. So 2 bags, switch to a different type.
That's in general, and then you'll really be able to tell if it's a protein allergy. Yeah, there's also 100%. Wipes you can get, like antibacterial wipes to wipe down the paws when they come in from walks. I know it's a pain in the butt, but that could be it as well. You could just start. There's a few things you could do to look to, because if you start doing that and it improves, you try to take the cone off. But you have to wait for that to heal up first.
And also, it's muscle memory. It's a habit.
Well, hang on, I'm not there yet.
Oh, she wants
I'm
this
not.
part.
No, I'm just not there yet.
I'm gonna wait till you're about to there, and then
so here's the thing: you gotta have the cone till this heals up, okay? And then you can do all the stuff we talked about. You can do a lot of stuff yourself to try to figure out if it's grasses and pollen versus food. And then once this heals up, and that poor dog has been wearing a cone for a month, then you can try to take it off and see if some of the stuff you've been doing is helping. But yes, this is a short thing, not a long thing. At the end of the day, you need to do all this stuff because it becomes a habit. Just like a puppy starting to eat poop, they might genuinely need to for nutritional reasons, and then you switch it up and they're still eating poop. Why? Because it's a habit. That is the same thing with licking the paws. It becomes a habit. And anything that turns into a wound, like even pulling fur and it's a little bit open, they'll go after because it's a wound. And then you have to have
itchy.
Then you have to have it heal before you can see if they're still itchy again. It's a whole process. You have anything to add? Can we move on because we're done and we have one more question?
More, we're never going to finish.
Okay, so Link and Scooby-Doo, really quick. 2 years old. Oh, and a 10-month-old. Toy Poodle and a micro Goldendoodle. How long should you walk them daily? What breed of dog have you found to be the most laid back, easy to train, easy to groom? Well, not a Toy Poodle and a micro Goldendoodle, I'll tell you that. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Any kind of doodle poodle, anything.
Like those are high maintenance dogs. Emotionally and grooming wise. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you guys are local, reach out to us. I got a great groomer for you. They're awesome.
By local, he means Hermosa Beach, Redondo?
South Bay area.
South Bay area.
They travel, that's why they're mobile grooming. But so okay, let's go one part at a time.
How long should you walk them daily? The Toy Poodle could probably easily do an hour a day. A 2-year-old Toy Poodle. The micro Goldendoodle, maybe 2 20-minuters at the most.
10 months old though.
Yeah.
Almost fully grown.
Yeah,
is it male or female?
Micro Goldendoodle. What is that? Like
oh, it's this big. Well, a Toy Poodle is the same size.
No, they're not.
A Toy Poodle's this big.
Yeah, but a Toy Poodle is like still a full-bred dog, not like a... I don't know. Go ahead. I think that the toy poodle could easily do an hour, 30 minutes, and the micro 20 and 20. But every dog.
Okay, wait, that changed. Yes, I agree with it now.
That's what I said.
You said an hour walk. I didn't know you meant 2 30-minute walks.
Look, I've worked with toy poodles that could easily just go into an hour if it's not 100 degrees.
I'm going to do pretty much virtually the same between the toy poodle and the micro Goldendoodle.
30-30?
No, probably 30-30 for the toy because it's fully grown, 2 years old. And because the micro Goldendoodle is still growing, still developing the growth plates, I'll only do about 2 20-minute walks with them. So yes, I agree.
He didn't mean still growing. Your micro Goldendoodle isn't still growing. But
at 10 months old, male dog will grow to 16 months old.
Micro Goldendoodle. So hang on. I don't think he means growing, like physically growing, but the growth plates and the cartilage and the ligaments, all of that, they don't fully develop and come together till the puppy is about 18 months old. Your dog is not going to get any bigger. Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Thank you.
I liked my explanation.
Okay. No, that wasn't for you. That was for him. Okay, he's been really ornery today, everybody. Okay, so
I think you're just extra sensitive.
Don't even start with me. Don't start with me. None of you. Don't start. Stop it. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay, no, I hope that was helpful.
Like, please just let me end it before they continue.
The most laid-back breed, easy to groom.
Not all of those categories will fit one breed. I think one of the most laid-back dogs that we get is Cavalier King Charles. They tend to be really chill.
Yep.
You do have to pick a good breeder, because a good breeder, you can ask them for a temperament, and they'll try to pick the closest temperament that they can find of their litter. So that's really about breeder more than anything.
Easy to groom is going to be short-haired dogs, like hunting dogs and things like that, and pitties. Because you just have to wipe pitties down.
Actually, no, don't get a pitty if you want easy to groom. They all have food allergies.
My
pitty.
Horrible allergies. Yep.
But anyway, so sweet.
Anyway, good luck. And I just want to say real quick that you don't have to do 2 walks. You could do one 20 to 30 minute walk and then work with your dog inside or in the yard for 15 minutes.
We prefer that.
And that's what we prefer, and that's all you need, which is what I was trying to get to before he annoyed me. Anyway, have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye.
Oh, that was so bad.
Bye.
I want to just add one more piece to it, too. I'll save it for next week just to piss her off.